Hello designers! Welcome to the Pouf Party. Today's video features idea number 29 from my free guide, 50 Ideas for Creating Income with Graphic Design. You can get that totally free at my website. The link is below. Zazzle offers custom pouf design, which is incredible because a few years ago, this type of design would only be limited to like furniture manufacturers or interior designers. So the fact that you can create your own is incredible. You can make these for friends and family, for gifts, or clients and customers. We're gonna do two styles today. The first is a rustic wedding style that would be a great gift for newlyweds. The second is based on, Google really started this trend years ago where they had fun spaces for their employees, game rooms, play spaces, ping pong tables, volleyball courts, that thing. So we're gonna create a pouf just for that type of space. You're gonna love it. Okay, I'm talking too much. Let's get into Zazzle and get designing. We're in Zazzle, and for some reason the poufs are hard to find. I don't know if they don't want them to be, found. I'm not sure, but so I'm gonna type in, let's see, custom/indoor plus poufs, and I will link to this below, the little secret pouf design area. Welcome. So let's see if it takes us there. Okay, so we have three options. We have this round pouf, we have a little cube and a large cube. So we're gonna start with the round pouf and we're gonna do our wedding version. So first thing we wanna do is come over to add an image. I wanna show you how easy it is to just drag. I'm gonna take this art and just drag it in here. And this file is pretty big. You're gonna want it's a sizable area, so your art does need to be a high enough resolution. Sometimes I size things up in Photoshop, but sometimes you'll just need a different piece of art, or I'm gonna show you a little bit of a cheat today, just stylistically. If you come over, see these buttons on the side, if I use the fill button, it brought me in, let's go to layers, sorry. We're gonna go all the way over to the left now at the bottom. Layers. Here's what we're gonna create, the side, the top, and the bottom, and it dragged it into the bottom. And this preview pane on your bottom right, click on that. You're gonna use this so much, and you can look at your little one, but it helps to click on big sometimes too. So I don't like, even though my art is large enough to fill, I don't like just the 3 planks. That doesn't feel like enough I need a little bit more distance. So instead of the fill button, I'm gonna do the fit button. And this just feels, you can see in my small pane, this just feels better to me. I get more of a wood feeling when I can see a little bit more of the planks. But obviously we don't have enough art to cover, so I'm gonna drag this about halfway down. Command C for copy, Command V for paste. Good to learn your shortcuts, or you can always come up to edit up here. They also have a copy and paste feature. But that's just gonna take too much time. Now to really kind of seam these up a little bit with my lines, I'm gonna use this flip over here and flip it. So we're gonna mirror it basically, and our lines will match up. You just wanna make sure you don't have a lot of white space there. And I can already tell from the small one, yes, this feels so much better. Okay, so it should still be on our clipboard, but let's copy again, and let's go to the side now and fill this. We're gonna paste it in there. Now you'll see this is what I was talking about. This yellow exclamation point in the corner means this artwork is not gonna go. It's not gonna look good. It's gonna be too big. It's too pixelated. But that's okay because you can see in my preview, I don't want my planks to be that big. See how fuzzy that is? And I don't want large planks on the side. I want them to feel more like the bottom feels. So let's fit this as well. That looks pretty good. I want to do 3 of these, I think. So let's just use our scale tool, hit the plus button 1 time, 2 times. And then I'm going to copy and paste this. Now I don't have to seam these up over here because they're planks. They can look different as long as I don't have any white space showing. And let's paste 1 more of those and drag it on the other side. I'm just holding the shift key down to make sure it doesn't go up or down. Not that it wouldn't really matter that much with my wood. Did I go too far? They'll tell me when I'm right on the line, and then I kind of like, oops, that tick is too big. I like to just shove it over just a little bit for coverage. Oh, I like the way that looks here. Now, how does it look? Oh gosh, you guys, I love it. Do you love it? So now you see we have a substantial amount of coverage here. So that's good. So the last thing we have to do is the top, where we're going to do our customization. So let's do the bottom. We have the bottom already. And you can do Command All to select everything, copy. We're going to do this on the top too. All right, and now it's time to add. You want to make sure you're on not that it really matters, but I think the top and the bottom are pretty much the same. Let's add our couple's name, add text, Olivia, and I'm going to return Matthew. Okay, and I am going to do, let's try white for now. Yeah, that's fine. I might change this to a cream later. And then for the font, let's do, I'm going to do sort of a modern, they have one called, I'm scrolling, look at all these fonts. And you can do fonts by section too. You can do serif, and you can do, sure can. That's kind of cute. I have one I like better though, Norman Italic. I think that's a little bit more scripty, but still has that kind of modern feel. I will say this, so use your little, what do we call this? Scroll bar on the side. And I'm gonna see if I can just take the letter spacing in a little. Sometimes it gets too tight, and Zazzle does sort of have some restrictions on that, but I just like it a little tighter. That was feeling a little too much air there, and too much air definitely with the line spacing. So let's take the line spacing in just a little bit. Come on. I'm trying to do it there we go. Yeah, that feels good. And then let's go ahead, and you can use scale or size. Size, as you'll see if I'm just clicking the arrows up, takes a little longer. Scale will scale the whole box up, but you can always drag your handles in, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to drag my handles in. It'll give me my center lines. I want this to be center. So when you see those, you hold it down, and then when you drag it, you can see these lines. So that's good. I'm going to put a couple more things on here, but I do want the names to be the top of our design hierarchy, the most important thing. So let's do that, and I'm going to eyeball it down a little bit. It feels a little off center. Okay, I like that. And now let's add their wedding date, like a little tree stump, like they've carved it in a little tree stump. And let's do 04. I'm going to use this little, what do you call that? A little swishy thing. I'm going to use the swishy thing, 04. We'll make it the 18th. And one more swishy thing, and we'll just say 22. Okay. Now I want a different font for this and a different color. So I think the font for this, what did I use last time? Oh yeah, I used this sort of kind of vintage serif looking font, and I want to go way down with this. The date is far less important than the bride and groom. Everything is less important than the bride and groom. And I'm still going to keep my numbers tracked in like that. That looks maybe I want one tick too small. That's good. And I want to make this brown, like almost like a carving sort of feeling. And so let's go over to color and see that I love the eyedropper. We're going to use it a lot. I love it because you can pick colors directly from the project. So let's try this brown. This looks a little dark, so let's check it out. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to try to get this. Let's click it up and see if yeah, I kind of like that better. And you know what? I am gonna let the air out of this. Maybe we'll do the opposite with this. There we go. Yeah, let's space the letters out a little bit this time. And let's see, there we go. Perfect. Okay, see, it just took a little tweaking. Now nothing's really, you've got the O touching the line a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. I want to go up a little bit more. It still feels a little too small. There we go. Is this perfect? Yes. I like it. Okay, we've got one last thing. So this trend started so long ago, but it still continues to be such a hot seller, which is the rustic wood with the string lights. So I have string lights that I use that I got from Creative Market and purchased with the license. But you can find string lights, again, Pixabay, Vecteezy. I love Vecteezy. Now these are a little small, so I'm gonna come up not until they tell me not to, and keep checking. I keep going like this. Keep checking your preview pane. Let's go up one more, I think. I want one more in there. Oh, that's so cute. And there you go. That is Pouf number 1. And just think of all the things you could do. If you have your own wedding or a friend's wedding and maybe they have a floral motif, or maybe they have like a really modern, you could do really blocky, fun colors. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go over every single design idea. We would be here. I don't have enough space on my camera for that. But this is, I think, a great start. And what's great about Zazzle is you can just, there we go. There's our little preview, which I love. If you're selling these, you can use these for social media, or you can use these to, put on your website and link back to. You can sell it or you can add it to your cart. You have a little options. We've got another Pouf to do, so let's go back to our Pouf page and create one of the cubes. We're back and we're going to design, let's pick the giant one, just the biggest you can get. So we're going to do our cube Pouf, and we're going to make this look like a giant die and brand it with a company logo. So I'm so excited about this one. So the first thing we want to do is add an image. Again, I'm going to drag my logo in here. This is a little faster than last time. And let's go down to layers again. So this is on the bottom. I don't want that there. So I'm going to cut Command X and let's hit top. And we're going to start with the top this time. So make sure, look at your left bar, that this is here. Not only will we have the dots for the die on each side, but we'll have a different color. They have a rainbow logo. So we're going to go off that. So I'm going to make the top of the die, I think, hit background and add over here on my left, add. And I'm going to go ahead and use my dropper and get this orange. And that's going to be side 1. Go back to layers. Now I'm going to look at my preview over here and I'm going to follow a real die. So I know that 5 is going to be on the right side here. So I'm going to call this right, and the other great thing about, let's make this just red for now. So I know that's the right side. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the number 5, click up to elements and a circle. And we don't want a border, so just under border thickness, I'm over on my left panel now, hit 0. And for my fill color, hit white. And I'm going to hold the shift key because I want to keep my circle perfect and drag the handle down like this. Now I need to click my preview on over here so I'm sure to see I want the flat version of my file. Here, oh, I passed it. I want to make sure, let's go ahead and make this. So copy and paste this circle. Let's do it once. I'm going to do a little bit of guesswork. And I'm just going to kind of drag these around until I get them like this. And let's use our align tool. Make sure they're centered together. And just for now, to keep them like this, I'm going to select both, hold my shift key down and click on each one, hit group. And then let's copy and paste this group, move it over. Let's not worry about, well, while we're both grouped, let's go back to align. I want to center these. I want to make sure these are, you could do any of them. I just want to make sure these are the same place. Get a little preview of what the 4 is going to look like, right? Boy, those just don't look, it's so weird. It must be the preview. They just look a little off center, but I think what's happening is the fabric. I think the fabric is probably making them bulk out a little bit. So as long as they're right on in here, I'm not going to worry too much, but let's just do a top align too with all of them. And then we'll move them down. And the great thing about the preview is it looks like you have so much space around here, but you really don't have that much, and I don't want to go any further than that. So go ahead and click on this and ungroup just this one because we need to select a circle, copy and paste it, and then drag it right in the middle of these guys. And just, I know it's painful. I'm going to group that again. Select my one, select this is already grouped, and go back to align. And let's just distribute the layers. No, undo that. Selection, sorry. You have to make sure you know if you're aligning to the selection of the artboard. So we're going to distribute these equally. See, my dot did move over. So that's good that I did that. And when I look at my preview here, I think that looks good. What we're going to do now is just group everything, group all three things. Oh, they're not going to let me do that, are they? This is a Zazzle thing. So I have to ungroup everything. Ungroup that one. And now I'm going to hit Command A. I'm going to select all. Group those because we know everything is spatially where it's supposed to be. We know everything spatially is where it's supposed to be. And so back to align to artboard this time. Center to this, align to the center and align to the middle. And see, we did shift a little bit. So worth it, but wait till you see how fast the rest of these go. So I worked this out with I got a game die and I worked this out already. So I know my next panel next to the 5 here is 3. So I'm gonna make this yellow. I'm gonna make this actually the darkest yellow they have just for now, just for print purposes and so that the white will really show up. And let's see, did I copy my 5? I don't think I did. So I'm going to copy my 5. I'm going to move it to my 3 panel. I'm going to ungroup. And now I'm just going to delete these 2. Ta-da! We have a 3. And now my next panel is, I know I'm cheating a little bit, but I already did this already. I'm going to do a green, a bright green. We can paste that 5 again. Ungroup it, and the green is going to be 2. So we're just going to take these 3 out. Ta-da! We have our 2. Back to layers. And our next one is the back side, and it is going to be our 4, and it's going to be blue. So and I'm just picking the color straight out of Zazzle because these are very sort of, in my mind, it's, you know, like a Google inspired tech company. So we'll plug that in, ungroup, just get rid of our middle dot from the beginning. And there's our 4. And that only leaves our last one, which is a little tricky because we're going to have to, I want to make this purple first, purple. And we're going to paste our 5 in. We'll ungroup it. Now let's just get rid of these 2. And we're gonna tick this up a little bit. You don't have to, we're gonna align everything so you don't have to be crazy, crazy about it right now, but let's see. You'll notice on your real die too, they're a little tight, these 3 dots. Okay, I think that's good. I can see in my preview here that's good. So let's select these 3 and then I'm going to align, not to the artboard, click selection, align center, and then distribute vertically. There we go. And then let's group these. So that should be good. And let's copy and paste this one. So now we have our 6. Just kind of eyeball it. See, it's doing that fabric thing again, but I know we're fine. And then now I have to do that thing again where we've got to ungroup everything and then Command A, select all, group it back again, and then use our align tool we will go to the artboard, center, center, and there's our 6. So let's look at all of this. So now you've got your cute logo is the one, and then you've got your sides all here. So not only do you have something you can sit on, it's a decoration piece, it's also a game piece, and also because this is a larger price point, nobody needs one die, you need a pair of dice. You can up the probability of selling too. So I am a little obsessed with the giant die, but I think it's so cute and I think it could work for a variety of companies or friends or clients. It's really just, again, sky's the limit with what you can do. If you make a dice, you must send it to me directly because I have to see it. I love them so much. I hope you had fun. I hope you make a million cool poof ideas. Please share them with me if you do. You can tag me at Christy Kelly Designs. Links for everything. Every social media platform that exists are below. And like and subscribe and let me know what else you want to learn. And I'm Christy Kelly. Thank you for coming to design with me.